Good evening. Welcome to the April 14th, 2025 meeting of the Marshfield Planning Board. The time is now 7:01 p.m. Tonight's meeting is being recorded by MCTV, and we are holding a live remote meeting via Zoom. Our members here tonight are Katie O'Donnell, Nick Papastratis, Fred Monaco, Kevin Cantwell, and I'm Mike Viviano, the chair. The only one missing tonight is Scott DeCastro. Also with us tonight is Greg Guimond, our town planner, and Karen's here, maybe?
Yep, Karen's here too.
Okay, someone's blocking it. And Karen Horn, our assistant town planner. At this time, I'll make a motion to open tonight's public hearing and waive the reading of the notice. Is there a second?
Second, Katie O'Donnell. Katie O'Donnell, aye.
Thank you. Nick?
Nick Papastratis, aye.
Fred?
Fred Monaco, aye.
Kevin?
Kevin Cantwell, aye.
And Mike Viviano, aye.
So the first thing up you could do is the extension of time to complete the Resource Way subdivision, which was a one lot industrial lot. They are still using the site to process materials from the Modera project up the street. So that's part of the reason why they need the extension.
Okay, do we have a timeline on the extension?
2 years, which is what we usually do.
From today?
Yep.
Okay, any questions from the board?
No.
All right, seeing none, I'm gonna make a motion. We grant the extension of time of a period of 2 years from today's date, 4/14/25, to complete Resource Way. Is there a second?
Second, Katie O'Donnell. Katie O'Donnell, aye.
Thank you, Nick.
Nick Papastratis, aye.
Fred?
Fred Monaco, aye.
Kevin?
Kevin Cantwell, aye.
And Mike Viviano, aye.
So we have another 2 minutes still. Did you guys, I had sent you the letter of support for the open space plan. Are you guys ready to act on that?
Yes.
All right, any other discussion before we go to a vote? Sorry, there we go. All right, then I will, sorry, I'm having to switch back and forth between screens. I'll make a motion that we approve the letter of support. Is that what we want to say, Greg?
Yep.
Okay, approve the letter of support for the open space plan. Is there a second?
Second, Katie O'Donnell. Katie O'Donnell, aye.
Nick?
Nick Papastratis, aye.
Fred?
Fred Monaco, aye.
Kevin?
Kevin Cantwell, aye.
And Mike Viviano, aye. Okay, still get another minute to the next one. Looks like we have
So under board staff report, just a request for the board to meet on April 28th from the property owners down at the Venus prior to the annual town meeting to discuss Article 11 with them and their proposed floor amendment. So they were asking if you guys were going to meet on the 28th, and I told them that I would have to ask you guys if you're going to meet on the 28th before town meeting.
what does anyone think about that?
I don't have a problem with that.
I don't have a problem with that. It's just, what, 6:30, Greg, we told him?
We would do 6:30.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
Katie?
I'll be there anyway.
Okay.
Yep, I'm fine.
Yeah.
All right, we can put them on the agenda for it.
Okay, so we will, I've already requested a meeting room. And we'll put out an agenda. It's going to be an in-person meeting at 6:30 at whatever school room they assign us prior to the town meeting on April 28th. Nick, did you hear that?
Nick,
So I'm sorry, guys, I'm late. Yeah, I did not hear that. I'm sorry.
Okay, so the planning board will be meeting on April 28th at 6:30 in person up at the school prior to town meeting to discuss your floor amendment for Article 11.
Great. I
Okay,
appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, see you then. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you.
okay, we're now past 7:05.
What was the discussion for the street improvement?
Actually, it's the public hearing on the modification for the Boys and Girls Club. At
For
7:05.
Lynn Street?
Lynn Street's a decision, but we have a 7:05 public hearing for the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, well, we'll just get through the street improvement real quick, I think, and
Oh, okay.
let's move on to it.
So I sent out a decision, for the street improvement for Lynn Street. I had a comment back from Dana that I had the correct engineers for the stamps. And that was the only comment from him. I don't know if the board has any other comments on the draft decision.
Anyone have any questions from the board? Anyone here from the public for this? Okay, everyone ready to vote on the decision? Everyone remember which one this is?
I will be honest, I have not had a chance to look closely at the draft yet. I can take a look now, but
Okay.
just calling it up.
All right, that's fine. We'll just move on to the public hearing then if you need some more time. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the Boys and Girls Club. It's a public hearing, so I'm gonna make a motion. We open the public hearing for the modification to the existing special permit for the Boys and Girls Club and waive the reading of the notices. Or a second?
Second, Katie O'Donnell, aye.
Nick,
Nick Papastratus, aye.
Fred,
Fred Monaco, I.
Kevin,
Kevin Cantwell, aye.
and Mike Viviano, aye.
Colby, I had made you a co-host so you can, share anything you want to show us on the screen.
And just as a reminder, Fred wasn't voting, so he shouldn't have voted to open the meeting either.
Okay,
For the public hearing.
Yeah,
sorry.
Oh, he can't vote to open it?
well, he's not participating.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so, okay, Colby, go ahead.
So thank you all for meeting us here tonight. Right now, we wanted to talk to you folks about the proposed pavilion that is going to be over the hockey street court that is going in at the Marshfield Boys and Girls Club. As you see here on the back of the property on our plot plan, you have the existing tennis courts, and this is where the hockey court would go. And we are proposing to put in a 60, I think it's a 55-foot by 100-foot pavilion over the court, shedding the water onto the already proposed concrete surface and into an eco drain or trench drain that would go into an infiltration system. If we go here, it's a better idea of the turf field and the court system here. And then this would be the pavilion that would be going over it.
That's going over the whole turf field?
Nope, just the hockey court.
Oh, okay. Is this proposed with solar panels or anything?
It is not at this time.
Okay. Greg, is this one of those prohibited areas for the batteries?
No.
Okay.
They're putting in, not the batteries, but they're putting in solar at the dog park, just a little ways away from here.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't even thinking, but that does look kind of a pretty great roof for solar.
Big one. All right, anything else, Colby?
I mean, that's all that really entails this special permit is really just that pavilion, and the drainage calcs that we sent in before we feel is, comparable to what was there before. So yeah, no, it's just trying to get this thing going with you folks.
Okay. Greg, any issues?
Nope, I sent the plans to Rod and Charlie. They reviewed it and they felt that the drainage system that's already being installed would be able to handle the water. So we have no issues with what the proposed modification to the special permit is.
Okay, thanks, Greg. Anything from the board? All right, seeing none, anyone here for the public for this? Okay, seeing no one here from the public, I'm going to make a motion that we approve the modification to the special permit for the Boys and Girls Club. Is there a second?
Second, Katie O'Donnell, aye.
Thank you, Nick.
Nick Papastratus, aye.
Fred.
Fred Cantwell,
Fred's not voting on it. Okay, Kevin.
Kevin Cantwell, aye.
Thank you, and Mike Viviano, aye. Okay, that passes 4-0, and Fred Monaco is not voting on this.
I will
Okay.
have a decision ready for signatures for the meeting on the 28th.
All right, so I'll close this out now.
Yep, you can close the public hearing.
Okay, I'll make a motion to close the public hearing for the Boys and Girls Club special permit revision. Is there a second?
Katie O'Donnell,
Thank you, Nick.
Nick Papastratus, aye.
Kevin,
Kevin Cantwell, aye.
and Mike Viviano, aye.
In case anybody had come for the Marshfield Hills Estates public hearing, that is now continued without testimony. You guys would need to take a vote for that to May 19th, 2025.
Okay. I want to make a motion that we continue the Marshfield Hills Estate public hearing until, sorry, you say May 25th?
Yep.
May 25th, 2025.
Oh, sorry, May 19th, sorry.
And make a motion, we continue until May 19th, 2025 at 7:05. Is there a second?
Second, Katie O'Donnell, aye.
Fred,
Fred Monaco, aye.
Nick,
Nick Papastratus, aye.
Kevin,
Kevin Cantwell, aye.
and Mike Viviano, aye.
And that brings us back to Lynn Street.
Katie, just let us, you take a minute to
Yeah,
review.
I was just able to skim over it quickly, and so everybody was in agreement, and you've got the pre-construction meeting with DPW and everything listed in there, so I think I'm good to go.
The decision only has 3 votes because Mike, you missed some meeting and so did Kevin. And we never received the affidavit from either of you.
Okay.
And it's a subdivision, so 3 votes is fine.
Yeah, so I'll let somebody else make the motion. I'll just do the roll call.
Right. I'll make a motion that we approve the it's the language that I want here.
Street improvement plan for
Street
Lynn
improvement
Street.
plan for Lynn Street.
I'll
Is there a
second it. Second, Fred Monaco.
Okay, Katie?
Sorry,
Just roll call now.
yeah, so Fred seconded and voted.
No, he didn't even vote yet. He just seconded, so I need you to vote.
Oh. Fred Monaco, aye.
There you go, Katie.
Katie O'Donnell, aye.
Nick?
Nick Papastratus, aye.
Okay, so that passes 3-0.
All right,
You already did your board report, staff report, so that's all set. Anything else for any of the board members? Okay, seeing none, I'll make
Not
a,
recently.
I'll make a motion to close tonight's public hearing. Is there a second?
Second, Katie O'Donnell, aye.
Katie, Fred,
Fred Monaco, aye.
Nick,
Nick Papastratus, aye.
and Kevin,
Kevin Cantwell, aye.
and Mike Viviano, aye. Okay, we'll see everyone on night of town meeting.
28th.
Great. Thanks,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you.
Good night.